On this vote, the ayes are 60. The nays are 40.
The Senate finally approving the funding that would reopen the government. And Republican Senator Lindsey Graham praised on Fox the Democrats who broke a filibuster Sunday and voted with him again.
You had 8 senators like Senator Fetterman who put the country ahead of party, and I cannot thank him and the other 7 enough. They did the country a great service.
By doing that, Democrats did not get what they demanded in the bill, extending Obamacare subsidies that expire at the end of the year, making coverage more expensive for millions of Americans.
The left is fuming at Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, even though he did not cave and vote yes. Democrats say they will stick to their demand for credits to offset the cost of health care. Senate Majority Leader John Thune promises a health care vote in December, but there is no guarantee from House Speaker Mike Johnson.
Now, President Trump tells Fox's Laura Ingraham Republicans are working on this plan.
Where the people buy their own health insurance. It's so good. The insurance will be better. It'll cost less. Everybody's going to be happy.
Tomorrow, the House is expected to pass the bill to fund the government through January. It would also fund the military and SNAP food assistance through next September. But until that's approved and signed into law, air travel remains difficult, with nearly 1,200 flights canceled today, 600 plus delayed. Air traffic controllers, some still calling out sick.
We're learning that 5.2 million passengers have been affected by these disruptions of the government's.
Oh, wait, there's more.
And then you were just talking about protection plans. Is there a protection plan? Because he's going to need one if he keeps this up.
You're going to go after him?
Flights has also slowed. In the first week of November, Cirium says that number of people shopping for their Thanksgiving tickets has significantly dropped.
It's a chilly Veterans Day for a lot of Americans. Freeze warnings across the South, Texas to Florida to the Carolinas. America's listening to Fox News.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Well, most kids are not going to school this morning as we honor veterans on this day.
You can trace this day's remembrances back to November 11th, 1919, the first Armistice Day, to remember those who then President Woodrow Wilson said died in the country's service in World War I. In 1954, Congress renamed it Veterans Day to honor those who serve in every branch. Today, Americans all over value that commitment. From Detroit,
they're defending that big word. A big word is democracy.
To Washington, D.C.
We need to make sure this continues through generation, so it's never forgotten.
Today, active duty, the National Guard, and reserves number more than 2 million. We thank them all for their service. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Well, there's a doctor in the Army not being thanked for his service. Instead, he's being sued for what he's accused of doing in Texas.
The lawsuit says Dr. Blaine McGraw, an Army major, took secret videos and pictures of female patients and conducted unnecessary and invasive examinations. McGraw was suspended from the Fort Hood Medical Facility last month. The lawsuit says Army criminal investigators have found thousands of videos and images, possibly involving hundreds of patients. It also says Army leadership knew about and dismissed complaints about the doctor at Fort Hood and an Army medical center in Hawaii. The plaintiff in this case is the spouse of an active duty service member. Her attorney says he also represents 45 other alleged victims. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Now, on this Veterans Day, there's no mail. Banks are closed, but Wall Street's open for business. The day after a big surge, the Dow rose 381 points. The NASDAQ gained 522. Monday Night Football was a kick away from overtime.
Here we go. Snap was low and the kick no chance. And this game belongs to Philadelphia.
The Eagles beat the Packers 10-7 on ESPN after that long Green Bay field goal attempt at the last second went way wide left. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois' 2 U.S. senators split on a proposal to reopen the government. The Senate voting to pass a measure that includes a stopgap to fund the rest of the government through January 30th. In a post on X, Senator Dick Durbin says the bill isn't perfect, but it takes important steps to reduce the shutdowns hurt. Senator Tammy Duckworth announced on social media she won't vote to help the Trump administration. Illinois Department of Public Health reminding the public about the hazards of consuming raw milk. Milk not pasteurized makes it more likely to be a source of foodborne illness. The reminder comes after at least 11 people in the state recently sickened by raw milk products. A dream has come true for one Rantoul family after their son Ezra got his Make-A-Wish granted last week. 2-year-old Ezra has a rare disease that has no cure, impacting his brain and spinal cord. But Ezra has a smile that could light up any room. Because of Make-A-Wish, he now has a new 4-legged best friend, a new puppy. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
ESPN 93.5 and a good morning to you. It's a lot different than it was 24 hours ago, Mr. Greg Solier. It's better.
Well, it's cold. There's some snow on the ground, but maybe even a little re-skiff in some areas to the north, and that's it, really, right?
Hey, listen, winter would be easy if you told me it's going to snow 100 inches and be 70 by the football game Saturday. What the heck?
Well, I came up with maybe 5% of that 100 total, but the 60s and the 70s will come to fruition here, sir.
So what were our totals? What would we get on the ground?
Generally 1 to 5, and there was some of those higher end numbers were up around, for example, Watseka, parts of Ford and Iroquois County. Then you got almost 10 inches around Moments and in and around the Kankakee Valley, and then you go farther north, right in the right trajectory off of Lake Michigan, or kind of that Wisconsin, Illinois line, some spots 12, 13, 14 inches. So a wide spectrum. And by the way, snow all the way down to Knoxville, Tennessee, and frost and freezing all the way into parts of northern and central Florida this morning. So take that.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you, because my snowplow guy, Jeff, called.
Yes. And what did he say?
And he said, you want me to do your driveway? I said, no, because you said don't.
Yeah.
Because he's saying it'll melt, right?
It's going to melt, yeah.
And it did.
I'm trying to, we want to help these guys out, but...
No, there'll be other opportunities, I'm sure.
Yes, there will be, yes. I'll make sure of that personally.
Yes, so. I bet you will. Well, I'm glad you're with us here this morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Veterans Day. We salute our veterans. It has always been about the soldier. Imagine without the soldier, if America would have lasted 250 years. I say no.
I agree with that.
There's just no question. People always want to take your stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of happened
that's just the human race, yeah.
No, that's right. That's right. All right, it's just the way it works, but we're thankful for our veterans, our soldiers, as this is a holiday, too. No banks, no post office, stuff like that. Here we go with the weather brought to you this morning by Carl. What do you got, sir?
Well, my friend, we've got cold morning out there, but as mentioned, this too shall pass, and kind of a little developing frontal boundary, warm front back to the west. Now, it's going to be wind blown, so it's tough to put warmer when you've got a 20, 25, 30 mile an hour wind to contend with, and we'll see just that across the area as the day wears on, and comparable speeds, but out of the west and northwest anticipated for the day tomorrow on the old radar machine here. And the expectation continues to be that of a bigger warm-up slated as we get on into the late part of the weekend, early next week as well. Maybe that's the time you get the holiday decorations maybe plugged in, not on, but maybe ready to go when the other boot end or hoof once again drops again. And that may be perhaps right around the beginning part of December. Prior to that, some rainfall again, and look at the snow on the ground. That's going to melt and absorb and help, at least in some areas, ongoing dryness and drought, at least from the topsoil standpoint. Temperatures in the 20s this morning. We'll look for an afternoon high today across the area as we turn partly sunny for the afternoon to about 43, but it's that southwest to south wind, 15 to 25, gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour. A few flurries in spots this morning, a little thin coating of snowfall actually as you get out of Iroquois County and across the Indiana line here for the next couple of hours. Breezy, not as cold tonight, partly cloudy 33, windy tomorrow, but more seasonal temps if you're sheltered from the wind with sunshine in 53, down near 30 tomorrow night, mostly sunny 57, and a much lighter wind component for Thursday. Big warm up coming up for Friday at 65, even bigger for football Saturday at 71, absolutely. And we get some shower activity Sunday and some rainy spells Monday and Tuesday next week. Just a modest cooling, 60s and dropping on Sunday. Still seasonal on temps with lower 50s into early next week. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Oh, yeah, we play Texas Tech tonight. How about that? 7:30 That should be full, and it's a hot game. Texas Tech ranked 10. What? Yeah. Kind of wish all my players were available, but they're not. Tomislav is out. Mahalo is just working his way back in. Andrei Stojakovic should be good to go. That's good news. Well, of course, Ty Rogers still out. We still have the Tomislav Isevic is a concern. We don't know what's going on. He's out for a while. And that's a biggie. Anyway, Illinois, Texas Tech, see what we got. And it's, should be a great crowd. They got 2 outstanding players. And, we're going to pay them back. We're going to Lubbock next year. That's not an easy place to play, man. That gym's a cracker box. They're a major program. But to go down to Lubbock next year ought to be interesting. I didn't know that. Weather with Greg. 1 in 5 Americans live with diabetes, don't realize it. Health professionals at Carl can help with prevention and management. Visit carl.org. I am Stevie J. It is Tuesday. It is Veterans Day, November 11. Diane is off for a few more days. We'll see her again on Thursday. She went on a cruise. Could you pick a better time to miss this? A little chilly here this morning as we get it going. Okay, we play Maryland in football Saturday. That is a 2:30 game. And again tonight, Brad Underwood talks about Texas Tech.
Very, very good Texas Tech team coming in. Obviously, Grant does a terrific job. I think they're coming off a sensational season last year, and they've obviously done a nice job in the portal rebuilding. And then they've got 2 of the premier players in college basketball back in Anderson and Toppin. So, it's one of those games that I'm very, very excited for our fans. We try to make sure that we can play a very, very quality opponent here in our building every year. We'll return the game next year. You've got a top 10 team that is obviously vying for a Final Four appearance as we are. So should be a great battle. They've had some of the same issues we've had with some injuries and guys missing practice. We had Andre in practice. He survived the other night and was in a good spot. Tommy's obviously out. Brandon's still out. Mahalo is on his work back in, a couple days of partial work in practice. Obviously Ty. So our injury update is progressing, but again, it's still not where we're anywhere close to full strength. So, that side of it, we'll just play with the guys we've got and know we've got to compete. And again, a team that is very, very good on both sides of the ball, worthy of their top 20, wherever, top 15 ranking, and top 10, whatever they're at, whatever poll you look at. So we're going to have to play well. It'll be a great, great challenge for us.
All right, Brett Bielema's going to be on after 8 o'clock this morning. Brett Bielema against Maryland coming up. Yeah.
Game 10 for them, just like it is for us. So a lot of film out there to watch, a lot of things to learn about them. Obviously, a very good offense and defense have been very opportunistic. I know it's a 4-5 football team, but they've been. You take the opening drive against Indiana, they picked them off, almost won a pick six. Came in last week against Rutgers, scored on the second play of the game with a quarterback run game. He's very, very talented, very opportunistic group. So a tremendous challenge coming here. Do have a 4 straight sellouts. I'd love to get a 5th. 2:30 kickoff. It's kind of almost the ideal kickoff time for all of our fans. If we can get about as many people out there, feel that home field advantage would be awesome to live through. It's Military Appreciation Day, i.e. Mike don't usually get dialed up for press conferences, but Jake put this in my locker and wanted to remind us. Obviously, my wife and I kind of did an initiative. I think that's going to put 2,000 military people in the stands this weekend. So it's something that we've been. Brett actually came to that idea last spring, and something that's kind of manifested a long time to get to where we are this weekend. Also to kind of have that be a staple. A lot of you.
And he talked about Ben Miller. Ben Miller was the special teams coordinator when Brett came here. And then Ben battled some cancer, but he's gotten some great news recently. And Coach talks about my former neighbor, Ben Miller, who is a 11 on a 10, scale of 10, a human coach. He's unbelievable. The Millers are awesome. So here's Brett talking about my friend Ben Miller.
Obviously know Ben Miller on my staff as an Air Force Academy guy. He wears that on his sleeve every day since the day I met him to where we are today. his journey since he's come here has kind of been awesome, been very documented. Got good news again last week on some follow-up appointments. So I asked him to be our captain, our guest captain next week. Usually I'm going with a former Illinois player, but obviously he played here at Air Force, played at Air Force, and has been here with me now my 5th year, been with me the whole way. So he'll be our guest captain. He's also kind of taken on a new role for us in football. He's been able to be on the field a little bit. For me as a head coach, he really kind of understands how I see the game, call the game, so he helps me out a lot on game day. But in the transition to these new roster management, he's also taken into a new role in recruiting and personnel, where he'll actually be a guy that works with our guys once they get to campus here on retention, revenue share, and he's a very intelligent, high-level guy. So a guy that wears a lot of hats in our building. Super excited to hear his message on Friday to our guys.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I can't wait to hear all about that. Ben Miller doing some new things, and of course, an Air Force grad, played some NFL football as well. Well, I'm happy to welcome in our studio Lieutenant Colonel Zachary S. Miller. Zach, how are you?
Hey, Stevie J. I'm really good this morning, especially because the snow is gone now, so it's easier to drive down here. So great to be here, Stevie.
Well, it's great to have you, and thank you for your service and your continuing service. You're in charge of the Reserve Officers Training Corps, the ROTC, both at Illinois and Eastern.
Yeah, that's a new change this year. So I was able to get Eastern Illinois University underneath me, so they're an extension unit now. So, Stevie J, when you look in my area of operation, I have 4 high schools, GRTCs assigned to me. I have University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, Eastern Illinois University, Parkland, and Lakeland as well. So kind of central Illinois battle space that I got to operate in.
I mean, now these they become actually officers, right, in the Army?
That's right, yeah. So
even the high school kids?
So the high school kids, what we're trying to do is get the one ROTC concept. When you have a place, you do JRTC in high school, then you come to college and you attend the senior ROTC, then you commission 4 years later. That's right, Stevie J.
Okay, well, it's an honor to have you here. I'm a fan of all those that serve and protect. And am I wrong saying it's all about the soldier when it comes to our protection? What would happen, Zach, if you didn't have the opportunities to defend? We have some bad operators and players in the world, man.
Yeah, Stevie J, every day. And that's what I try to bring to the cadets, right? Because obviously we're an academic institution, but as soon as they graduate, they could find themselves all the way around the world, right? And the intensity and that impact that they potentially are going to have right after graduation is really, it's a real thing. And that's what me and my cadre bring every day to the organization is that understanding of, hey, you could find yourself on some shore somewhere, some deployed environment, right, all the way around the world.
He's going to hang out for just a little while. We're glad to have Zach. And it's going to be a big deal at the game, too. So a whole bunch of fun stuff to see from our military, I think.
Yeah, Stevie J. It's the partnership with Josh Whitman and Coach B in the athletic department has been incredible, right? Since I've been here, we've grown this military appreciation game to really give back.
Awesome.
So
love it. Can't wait to hear more about it, get some details. It is Memorial Stadium. I know they named it Geese, but it is Memorial Stadium, which honors World War I, World War II, all soldiers. So that's huge.
Yeah, and
it's huge.
Go ahead. No, I was saying, with it being renamed to Geese Memorial Stadium after Geese's father, who's an Army veteran.
World War II, I think.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it brings back a lot of good opportunities for the stadium, for the name of it. So
awesome. More coming up. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. Weak frontal boundary warm front back to the west as the next weather system bears in from the west-northwest, generating a few spots of a little snow shower and flurry activity, but quickly moving out here through the early to mid-morning. Partly sunny afternoon. Gusty southwest to south winds up to 43. That southwest wind may gust 25 to 35 miles per hour in open areas. Not as cold tonight, 33. Stiff southwest wind will turn to the west-northwest tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, however, in 53. That's more seasonal for the time of year. Down to 29 for tomorrow night, Thursday. Lighter wind, sunshine in 57. Big warm up for Friday, Saturday, part of Sunday. 65 on Friday, a Saturday high football game style at 71. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm breaking out on Sunday with a high to 64 and dropping. And some spells of wet weather continue into Monday and Tuesday. The vanguard to a wetter weather pattern as we move through the rest of the month and towards Thanksgiving. High temperatures early next week, still in the 50s. For CVTA Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, Building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Fox Business Report. NVIDIA shares are losing ground after Japan-based tech investor SoftBank sold its entire $5.8 billion stake in NVIDIA. It's not a sign that SoftBank is losing confidence in NVIDIA. SoftBank is raising cash because it plans to invest another $22.5 billion into OpenAI before January. Paramount Skydance is planning more cuts and will invest $1.5 billion into its streaming and studio division. Paramount is home of CBS, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, and the Paramount Studio. It made more from its streaming service Paramount Plus in the recent quarter. Levi's says it will sell a new line of $300 jeans in more stores next year because they're selling. They launched in the U.S. in September. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
You never know who might be taking the quiz.
Hi, I'm Teresa Giudice.
I'm Clay Aiken.
I am Dre DeMatteo.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jill Whelan.
Hey, everybody. It's Billy Baldwin.
It's Patricia Heaton.
Hey, everyone. I'm Nicole Palizzi.
It's Candace Bushnell.
Hey, everyone. It's Henry Golding.
Hey, everybody's Kevin Nealon.
I'm Ted Lange, and it's time to take the quiz.
5 questions in less than 5 minutes every day. Listen and follow at thequiz.fox.
We've had a guy change his mind about whether he ever wants to drive, so I do have an open seat, and we're looking for the right guy that wants to work, wants to get a good income that's going to be stable and steady, and work at a place that really is a family atmosphere and respects the drivers and wants to work with them.
And this is a place that gets you home for the weekends, and that's unique in the trucking business.
Every weekend. Yep, they're able to run some loads that generate revenue, and we're unique. We pay off a percentage so the driver gets a true measure of what that job's worth based on what the customer pays. So they're able to run some loads and still get home and enjoy their family and have some quality home time.
What about getting hold of you if there is a driver that wants a job with Gale Forex Trucking? What would they do?
They can call the office at 765-793-7131. My direct extension is 4. They can email me at timo@gftlog.com.
Tim Onstadt, Gale Forex Trucking, Dedicated Diesel.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
This week, it's the one sale pet lovers can't afford to miss. The Pets Pick Flooring event at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery. First, get a free labor credit on every carpet and floor. Get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet you buy. Get up to a $1,000 rebate on great pet-friendly carpets and floors from Shaw. Ask how you can get free accessories or area rugs from your furniture purchase. And buy it all with 2 years free financing. The Pets Pick Flooring event, going on now at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
All right, Ben Quattrone is the managing partner, owner of Sarah Champagne. Ben, I got American Hero in here. He is Lieutenant Colonel, and we're trying to figure out Lieutenant Colonel, then Full Colonel, and then like 1-star General.
That's right, Stevie
Holy
J.
cow.
1-star
What are you,
General.
30? What?
No, it's 39, Stevie J.
You look good, man. Anyway, we appreciate his service and all of the veterans today, Ben.
It sounds like kind of a big deal. Let's just call it that. Call it what it is.
I think a 39 to be a lieutenant colonel is pretty good. I think you're ahead of schedule.
I feel safer already just being on the phone with you.
Well, he's head of ROTC at Eastern and also at the University of Illinois. And we love our people in the military, and we appreciate their service. Well, what did you do? You found me some low-seating tickets for tonight's big-time sellout with Texas Tech number 10?
Yes. I didn't realize that, I take for granted the tickets I get, and it's a sellout, and it's hard to get seats, and everyone's like, who's got seats? Who's got seats? And I go, oh my gosh, I have seats. I'm going to give them away.
That is absolutely fantastic. I'm wondering Wonder if we should put a military connection on this. Should the person be a veteran or a parent of a veteran or some connection to a veteran, maybe?
I think that's a great idea.
I think it's a great day to do that. So, all right. So if you are interested in the Ben Quattrone seats, is what we just call them. That means they're close. That means, you're gonna be low, and it's awesome seating. Section 124, was that what I saw? That's incredible. It's a 1 in front of it, people. A 1. That means closer. Yeah. So my seats are over there, and then just keep going up a little more. Okay.
Yeah, well, you ought to come sit with me sometime.
Well, I've been down there with you sometime, and I kind of want your seats. Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, 217-359-2255. That's our Fisher National Bank text line. Text in Illini. No. Text in Sarah spelled properly. Everybody knows how to spell Sarah now for sure. Text in Sarah spelled correctly, and you need a military connection for me. I'm obviously going to favor the direct person that's in the military, served the military. Why not today? Put you close for a big time. One of the best, probably the best game of the country tonight is Illinois hosting Texas Tech here in Champaign. Okay, so if you're interested, text in Sarah spelled properly, and Mr. Quattrone, I shall connect you later with our military family. Somebody got two good seats. Also, tell me about your 5 lines of cars, man. What's the hot seller right now?
It's, as usual, it's Subaru. Subaru. So I got like 3 dozen Subaru Outbacks, and I have 0% for 6 years on those cars.
What?
So the financing is free, and that's like $4,000 or $5,000.
Well, what did Johnny get? He got a Subaru. What kind did he get?
He got an Ascent. He got the big one.
He loves it. No, he loves it.
Yeah, he's kind of a big deal too, so he needed something big.
No, the Subarus are amazing, and that's just one of me. BMW, Buick, GMC, Subaru, and Honda. I love my CRV, man. I love it. I think it's a great.
Oh my gosh, we probably sell 40 CRVs a month. It's probably our.
Wow.
I mean, it's one car line. That's probably the one. That's the one segment we sell the most of. But Subarus are hot because you usually can't get them. But we've sold a lot of them. We turn them fast.
No, they love you.
We're numbered.
What's the guy's name?
We're like number 2 in the whole central district in turn rate, and it's because we sell them because we give people good prices.
Is Subaru an actual family, like a name of a family?
No, no, it's not. You know what? I don't know. It probably is, right?
I mean, is Toyota? Is there a Toyota family?
Toyota is. Yep. Toyota.
How about a Honda family?
Mr. Toyota.
Oh man.
There is. Yep. Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Bob Toyota. How are you?
Yeah,
nice to meet you. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, that's probably a big deal.
Yeah, it probably is. Ben, I'll be in touch. Hey, thank you so much. Always appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Thank you. That's Ben Quattrone, managing partner, owner of Sarah Champagne. Just put somebody up close and personal, military associated. Zach, I'm trying to be general here, but I would love a military veteran. A veteran would be perfect. If my son served, maybe we'll do that.
Absolutely, Steve J.
You have a connection here.
Yeah, we have so many in the Champaign-Urbana area. It's just, there's so much history in this state, so there's definitely going to be a lot of hits on this one.
We're going to come back with more from our Lieutenant Colonel, Zach Miller, head of ROTC here on campus and also at Eastern. I want to hear about the Gold Star family coming in. We will talk about that. That's for the football game. Lots going to be happening military-wise that you might want to see and get in your seats early and all that. Stand by. Also, Brett Bielma after 8 o'clock this morning. He's part of it as well, 7:29.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need packing and shipping, we'll be the packing and shipping store.
I could use a little help. I've got 78 orders to ship out.
We're here to help. Our certified packing experts care like you care and can pack and ship just about anything.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our packing and shipping services. Our certified packing experts can handle it all. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jet's Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jet's Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa on day 41 of the shutdown.
On this vote, the ayes are 60, the nays are 40. The bill as amended is passed.
Fox's Madeline Rivera reports.
The House vote to align with the Senate is expected to take place around 4 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. House Speaker Mike Johnson sounds optimistic the bill will pass.
Many travelers facing a nightmare during the shutdown. The percentage of flights required to be canceled by the FAA increases to 6% today.
We're learning that 5.2 million passengers have been affected by these disruptions of the government shutdown since October 1st. Right now, O'Hare is in the worst shape of any airport around the country with the most delays and the most cancellations.
It's Fox's Kelly Saberi at O'Hare. President Trump promising a $10,000 bonus for air traffic controllers who remain on the job for the duration of the shutdown. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Federal health officials investigating a multi-state outbreak of infant botulism linked to By Heart Whole Nutrition infant formula. It includes 13 confirmed hospitalizations across 10 states, including 2 cases in Illinois. Recall covers 2 lots marked by use December 1st of 2026. Champaign County Sheriff's Office warning residents to stay alert and informed after several community members got calls from a scammer claiming to be from the Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Dustin Hewerman says several residents have been called and told over the phone there is an urgent legal matter requiring immediate attention. It's a scam. The flight cancellations at airports across the U.S. expected to persist even after the government shutdown is coming to an end. The FAA has reduced flights as some air traffic controllers unpaid for weeks have stopped showing up for work. The Senate took a first step towards ending the shutdown Sunday, but final passage could still be several days away for those controllers. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
We'll be broadcasting live from Pia's this afternoon from 3 to 5 with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone will be there for Veterans Day today. Also, the game, of course, Eric Meyer has a Pia's bus, a shuttle that'll take you right to the door of the State Farm Center. So you can get on that bus if you can get there early enough to get a ticket. It's free. And then you park at Pia's and then you get dropped off right at the door. And in this cold weather, it's nice not to have to walk a mile or something. Our weather this morning brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window. Maybe you need something new. Kramer Siding and Window, creating superior exteriors since 1955. Improve the look and feel and function of your home with a new door, windows, and siding. Get a free estimate at kramersiding.com. All right, better weather ahead. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Weak frontal boundary warm front back to the west as the next weather system bears in from the west-northwest, generating a few spots of a little snow shower and flurry activity, but quickly moving out here through the early to mid-morning. Partly sunny afternoon. Gusty southwest to south winds up to 43. That southwest wind may gust 25 to 35 miles per hour in open areas. Not as cold tonight, 33. Stiff southwest wind will turn to the west-northwest tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, however, in 53. That's more seasonal for the time of year. Down to 29 for tomorrow night, Thursday. Lighter wind, sunshine in 57. Big warm up for Friday, Saturday, part of Sunday. 65 on Friday, a Saturday high, football game style at 71. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm breaking out on Sunday with a high to 64 and dropping. And some spells of wet weather continue into Monday and Tuesday. The vanguard to a wetter weather pattern as we move through the rest of the month and towards Thanksgiving. High temperatures early next week, still in the 50s. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm Greg Soldier.
And currently 27 degrees in Champaign and downtown Philo at our studios, 29 degrees in Chicago, 75 degrees in Belize. It's a great place. We went there last year. Down in the south, it's Caribbean. Okay, that's weather.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
You're trying to win tickets, the low seating kind from Sarah and Ben Quattrone. I'm looking for somebody military to take advantage of these low seats. 217 texter Sarah, and you have to spell it properly. It says, my dad and both brothers were military. Okay, that's a connection. My father served in the Navy. Father served in the Army and Navy. All right, so we got some good military families. Keep them coming. If you are interested, I'm looking for military connected or military. If you are going to be involved in the game with Texas Tech tonight as far as being in a low seat, I got two. 217-359-2255. Text Sarah and tell me maybe a connection. Maybe you are a veteran. That'd be fantastic. Okay, we're very honored to have Lieutenant Colonel. We've determined it's Lieutenant Colonel, then General. Is that correct, sir?
That's right, Stevie J.
And you love the Army.
I love it.
Tell me how you got in it.
So Stevie J, I was a D1 athlete at Ohio University back in the day.
Bobcats.
I was a Bobcat.
What
That's
did you
right.
play?
So I was actually a javelin and discus thrower. I was on the track and field team.
You don't look beefy enough to be a javelin and.
That's what the Army does for you, Stevie J.
What?
So yeah, I was 240 pounds.
Excuse me?
Yes.
What do you weigh now?
About 208. So
you were beefy.
I was beefy, Stevie
So
J.
how far could you throw a javelin?
Around 180 feet.
Is that good?
I thought so, but not for what you see here, right? Like, here you see 220s, 230s.
Wow.
Yeah.
How heavy is the javelin?
A couple pounds. It's not that bad.
But it's just technique.
It's all technique.
And
that's right.
Putting your full body and spinning around when you're done kind of thing. Because you're throwing it hard.
Yeah, well, you're throwing it hard for the javelin. That's right. Then for discus, I only threw about 141 in college, which is nothing here. Right?
Really? It sounds like a long way.
Yeah, if you see with Coach Petrus and the track team here, those guys are Olympians. Like there's some great athletes.
Coach Petrus, who I've never met, he's brought in some stars.
He's phenomenal. He's a great coach, a good friend of mine. I talk to him about every day.
Well, tell Coach Petrus he needs to be on with Stevie J, just to get on the map here. Come on, man. Get on my show.
He would do it. So
we want to talk to a star like that. I mean, he's a star coach, isn't he?
He is a phenomenal coach.
Where's he from?
Greece. Yep,
He's
Greece.
Probably related to the original athletes.
Well, and what's great is he actually served in the military as well.
No kidding.
Yeah, mandatory service. So Stevie J, the track team got cut back in the day. I had a bunch of buddies in the Army, and they're like, "Hey, why don't you join the Army?"
What do you think? The first thought that you had when they said Army, you had never thought of that, had you?
No, I never thought about it. So my dad was in the Marine Corps, right? He definitely did not want me to go to the Marines. And I don't know what it was.
Why didn't he want you to go to the Marines?
He thinks the Army and the Air Force treats you better.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
Well, it is the few, the proud.
It is. That's right. Yeah. I mean, I love our Marines too, right?
No, they're tough nuts.
They are tough. I mean, they're selective too, which is great, right?
Yeah, no, the Marines are. Yeah. So Army. Why Army and not say Air Force, Navy?
Well, I think it's because they had an ROTC there at the university, right? And two of my best friends. One is I still keep in touch with them from high school. So I actually took almost a year off of college and went to basic training in AIT, right? In 2007, right? During the surge of Iraq and Afghanistan, I came back. I finished 2 years of Army ROTC, and I commissioned in, I think it was June of 2009, Stevie J. I've never looked back. I never thought I'd be in, now almost approaching 19 years.
Wow.
Never thought I would be in, Stevie. I thought I'll do my 4 years and get out, but it's just easy, right? Like the Army is something that just came natural to me. And I've just never looked back.
But would you, based on knowing you, 20 minutes, you feel like you'd be the guy I'd call. You'd be the chat box for the Army. You'd know how the thing navigates and what to do and who to call.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of, as a career logistician, Stevie J, that's something that I've just done throughout deployments, throughout, operations, just, across the world. I've been on some great deployments where I literally wore civilians in a suitcase of money and was just told to acquire stuff, right?
Suitcase and money.
Suitcase and
Do
money.
you have it handcuffed to you, or how does that work?
No.
No secret agent stuff.
No
I mean,
secret
aren't you a
agent
little
stuff.
nervous at carrying all that cash?
No, I mean, it wasn't. We were in a third world country, so I didn't have to carry as much, right? But I was all about acquiring some buildings and some land.
How do you communicate?
So you do get assigned interpreters, right? Or you work with locals. And honestly, with technology these days, TVJ, it's easy.
Google Translator.
Google Translator, that's right.
Crazy.
But that's so great is not every deployment has to be a combat deployment. We've done a lot of humanitarian aid. So with my bio, these last couple of years, I've had 3 deployments with just humanitarian aid support as well.
Was Sudan?
Yeah, Sudan was
and
one
what
of
about
them.
Ukraine? What did you do in Ukraine?
Yeah, so I went on a no-notice deployment with 3rd Brigade 82nd, and we operated on the Ukrainian-Poland border right before Russia declared war. And originally thought hey, we're gonna have to go in and help out with Ukraine, but we're told, hey, we're gonna just be part of the Assure Deter, and just show a presence there, right? I slept on a frozen tundra in Zamość, Poland for a while.
How'd that work out?
Oh, it was cold, Stevie J. I was the coldest I've ever been.
Can you ever get warm in that area? I mean, you had a fancy schmancy sleeping bag, I suppose. But
yeah, that's it. And we had no tents, so and I
man, that's outside. What was the temperature?
Oh, it was. I mean, it had to be negative something. It was. You wake up to 3 feet of snow.
Isn't that kind of dangerous?
It was, but
why couldn't you have shelter somewhere?
Well, it's because it wasn't established, right, Stevie J? When you deploy somewhere that's not an established area, so we get out of the whole Iraq, Afghanistan, we used to deploy and fall on fobs and cobs, right? So now, we got there, and I was one of the ones responsible for writing a $58 million contract to establish four areas for us to stay at, right, with the 82nd Airborne Division. It was tremendous. I mean, one is, when you shoot out a $58 million contract in 24 hours and hey, these are the 4 locations that I need soldiers to sleep at. Then I'll tell you, Steve, I had friends calling me hey, we're freezing, Zach, make it go faster. And it's one of those things I took that seriously.
How many days were you in the frozen tundra?
We were probably, for me personally, it was probably 62 days.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. But we were.
Camping is nothing to you. That's nothing.
Yeah,
You've been uncomfortable for.
I've been uncomfortable. I don't enjoy camping. My wife will tell you these days I'm bougie now.
Yeah,
right?
That's
but
right.
I think I earned the right to be bougie.
Oh my gosh, yes. Absolutely. Well, tell me about your wife and kids.
So Jess used to be, she worked for the Army Audit Agency, and she was a GS employee. I was a broke second lieutenant, and she was a GS 13, so she made all the money. And we met on Match.com in 2012. And actually yesterday, we just celebrated our 13th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yep. And we have 2 amazing kids, Jonah, who's 11, about to turn 12 soon, and Sienna's 9, about to turn 10. And I'll tell you, they've been in, I think Jonah's been in 4 different schools now.
Wow.
Right? Because we just move around a lot.
That's what happens, right?
That is what happens. I think that is what, later down, as we get senior and you start getting those high school age kids, Stevie J, you got to balance that what we talked about, that work-life balance, right?
Yeah.
When is the point where you want to continue your military career, or you want to retire and be able to get the kids at a location for 4 years for high school? But the Army has systems for that, though.
Okay. So it feels like you are very good at this. Are you planning to be a lifer?
Well, I'm already there, Stevie. So
you're past, but you could go. You could retire 20, couldn't 20 years?
Yeah. So Stevie J, I really, March 1st of 2029 is my retirement date if I want it to be.
Okay.
Right. So we're not too far out, and I got one more move in me. I'm going to go be a battalion commander, and command 1,200 soldiers. So it really determines where I want to do if we're still having fun or not.
Well, and I here's my prediction, and I've talked to tens of thousands of people, some that turned pretty famous.
Yeah.
I think if you stay, you're a general. I think that's a slam dunk. How many stars? I mean, they don't give out 5 stars very easily. You could be a 3 or 4.
Well, as a logistics officer, we have all the way up to 1, 2, and 3, and maybe 1 4-star. But that's kind of the conversation me and my wife had too, Stevie J. If I stay in, I'm going to want to go the full up.
Yeah, you're hungry, man. You're after it. And you've really taken time, and a lot of time understanding how the system works.
Yeah, well, and obviously, Stevie, we do it for the soldiers, right? You don't do it after 20 years. You don't do it because of the money anymore. You do it because of the love of the soldiers and take care of soldiers.
You really take ownership, kind of. You're kind of their young dad. I mean, right?
Yeah.
What are you seeing from the change when you got in to now from the kid? Are they about the same? Tell me the difference.
From the cadets?
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely different culture. So I replaced the guy that was there for 5 years, which he did a great job with the program. but just I have a different, I guess, aura about me, right? So like my thing's always fun but disciplined, right?
Yeah.
So if we're having too much fun, well, we're not being disciplined enough. Then if we're being way too like we talked about West Point, right?
Right.
If you're too disciplined, then you're not having fun. So it's trying to find that balance and just understanding the culture of service.
Yeah.
Right. And it's what do you want to be known for? So we always talk about culture and processes.
Yeah.
That's something I preach about all the time. Like, so my culture is fun but disciplined, but what is the processes to get there?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And we talk about the PT every day, the physical training, then the reason why we do physical training.
We're not in very good shape, generally, people.
Well, that's
the 18 to 24, what was the story that came out and said we're overweight?
Yeah, we're overweight. Well, and we deal with that too, but, we have a methodology to get you in that, right? I mean, that's what we said is when I joined the Army, I was 240 pounds. I got down to 195. I'm about 208 now, but I still go out there and I can run a 14:22 mile.
What?
Yeah, absolutely, Stevie.
A what mile?
14 minutes and 20 seconds, 2 miles, Stevie.
2 mile?
2 mile.
I thought you said mile.
No, that's slow for two. That's,
that's kind of slow, but 7 minutes and something?
Yeah, and I tell you,
that's pretty good.
Well, I every day I try to show up and I try to, beat these 18 to 21-year-old cadets and everything they do physical training-wise.
That's awesome.
So I could show them, like, hey.
Well, you beat any of those guys, they got to be feeling crime, and I got to get faster than the man, right?
Well, it just allows me to talk smack to him, Stevie J.
Right.
Like, come on, guys, I'm almost 40 years old.
Listen, it's great to get some insight into all this. It's, Lieutenant Colonel Zach Miller, head of the ROTC at the U of I and also at Eastern. 217-359-2255 if you want to jump on and ask a question or something. We're happy to do that. Also, we're taking text from some military related, but you got to send in the word Sarah because these are from Sarah Champagne with 5 lines of vehicles and Ben Quattrone, and these are section 100. This is down close to tonight's basketball game at 7:30 at State Farm. And if you are interested, you just text in Sarah, and I'm going to lean toward military related, whether your parents or your kiddos or you yourself are a veteran. We're leaning to give these tickets to a military family on this 11th of November. It is Veterans Day. And I did want to, we talked a lot, is that what we did here with ABC Heating and Air Conditioning? We gave out a free Amana furnace and AC to a veteran. And I got a word from Gina what they did, and I wanted to read that to you today. This is a gentleman that has to be absolutely thrilled to receive this. Nominated by these words, this United States Navy veteran would literally give you the shirt off his back, even if he thought if he thought you might possibly need it. He has always gone above and beyond for all of his family and friends while putting his own wants and needs on hold. Even as his ex-daughter-in-law, he still treats me like a daughter. He's an amazing man, and this would be appreciated beyond words. And so that's the description I got for the person that has now officially won, and will have this installed, and everything is free, Zach. Everything is free. And so we congratulate Lyle Martin of Urbana. So congratulations, a $10,000 to $15,000 gift because of his service.
Yeah, and Stevie J, that's something that is just amazing, right? Service like that is what we hope to strive for across America.
So congratulations and thank you to Mike and Gina Cribbett. This is a family company, ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Thanks to Amana. This is a big deal, and we're so proud of him and proud of the fact that he served his country. And we just salute and just always want to elevate those that, and that's what you see, walking around West Point when we visited there a year ago, Zach, it was, you just wish that the whole world looked like these are kids that are just together, they're focused, they're courteous, they're disciplined, they're hard. I mean, everybody at West Point has to play a sport, and there's 60 of them now, and you have to be busy because Douglas MacArthur came back after World War I and said, we're out of shape. We got to get better. So after World War I, this was all implemented where we're going to have soldiers that are ready to fight and ready to go. And at West Point, I was looking across the Hudson, the same view George Washington had when he put the chains up trying to keep the British from coming in. Yeah. Unbelievable. That's right there.
It is beautiful.
That's a few years ago, too.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, we're going to take a break. We'll come right back. Glad you're here. I want to get details. In fact, before we go to the weather, because I wanted to do this earlier and I got off on a tangent. Tell me about your Gold Star family coming in for the football game.
Yeah, so we have Staff Sergeant Kevin Greco, I think it's Greco or Greco. Greco is what it is. His dad, his mom, and his daughter, actually, Angelina, is a sophomore at the University of Illinois, right? But he paid the ultimate sacrifice on October 27th, 2008 in Afghanistan. And he's actually buried at rest in Arlington National Cemetery. But it's just an incredible honor. I mean, there's two things that are going to happen on Saturday that I think is a tremendous honor for me to be a part of. This has to be absolutely one of them, or maybe the top one. Then the second one as well is, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, I'm very proud of too that we're going to be doing. But it's incredible just to be able to bring him back into Geese Memorial Stadium, understand what the stadium stood for. Then you have a Gold Star family there. I don't think that hasn't been done since I've been here. I don't know if we've ever had a Gold Star family come back as a veteran of the game. And that just tells you the support that the athletic department puts on, the military service.
It's become a bigger and bigger deal, and you've been part of that.
Yeah, it's a full year's worth of planning that goes into it, Stevie J, and it's incredible that just Josh Wimman, how he opens the doors for us, and with Coach B, it's unbelievable.
Well, we're going to call Coach B here in just a bit, and he and Jen have helped a couple of thousand military people come.
Yeah, with VetTix, it was amazing what they stood up and established.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So,
okay, weather this morning brought to you by the Urbana Park District. They have a very long-running event over 50 years now at Crystal Lake Park on Thanksgiving morning, the Turkey Trot, stepping off at 9 a.m. free registration online now, so you can get plenty of finisher ribbons. That's what you need, Zach, another ribbon.
Yeah.
UrbanaParks.org, but it's a mile run. You'd probably knock that out in 7.
Well, Stevie J, I don't like any more ribbons. Every time I got to update my ribbon rack, it costs me like $145.
Go to UrbanaParks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Developing warm front back to the west, but a wind-blown weather system coming in from the west and northwest. A little skip of snow shower fluid activity moving out of the area this morning. Otherwise, turnaround temperature readings will be a bit wind-blown to start. Better feel come Thursday, and a big warm-up slated for Friday and Saturday. Wetter weather returns early next week. Becoming windy today. Early morning to mid-morning snow flurry activity moving on out with a partly sunny afternoon. Gusty southwest to south wind 15 to 25, gets to 35. To about 43. Not as cold tonight, breezy till 33. Tomorrow, windy seasonal temperatures, however, with mostly sunny sky up to 53. We'll level off at 29 tomorrow night. Mostly sunny, lighter wind at 57 on Thursday. Friday up to 65. Football Saturday. Later in the ball game, 71. The forecast high will be in the 60s and dropping with some shower activity breaking out into Sunday. Maybe even a thunderstorm late in the day. Then some wet weather for Monday and Tuesday next week. Daytime temps in the 50s. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm your host, Greg Solier.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution. Subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC. MSTC and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
Well, Lieutenant Colonel, we always welcome Dr. Todd Likens to our radio show. On Tuesdays, we talk a little dogs and cats. Do you have any pets? You probably can't. You're moving all the time.
Yeah, we did have we had a 13-year-old dog that was a mixed breed, Laney. She passed away a couple years ago. Then we got a Basenji.
Basenji?
Yeah, it's like it's like an African hunting dog.
Do you know what a Basenji is, Todd?
I sure do.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even spell it.
No, I tell you, so it's like a cat, right, Stevie J?
Is it?
Yeah, they're not.
What are they, Todd? Do you see any Basenjis?
Yeah, we have maybe a couple of them in the practice. We don't have. There's not very many of them around here. Don't speak. They can't talk really, so to speak.
They yodel.
Nice quiet dog.
Yodel.
Yeah, they yodel.
Yeah.
Like
Dude, Stevie J, dead on, Stevie J. And they
crazy.
They're a barkless dog, right?
Yeah,
but they're like a cat because they're not loyal. They don't care. They don't want
Dang.
They clean themselves.
Take a message. Leave me alone. Do they have hair?
They do, but they clean themselves. They lick themselves and clean themselves. Right? Definitely not a dog that I would want. I was hoping a lap dog, right? Like you could love on it. Nah, not a Basenji.
All right, Todd, what do you know? What's happening with your practice?
Well, I got to share with you, since it's the special day here, I got to share with you that I was, one of my mentors was Dr. Erwin Small at the university. He was a professor there for a long time, and he was a hardcore Marine guy. And I had the honor of, after he passed, of getting his statue. He was in one of the first guys to have dogs in World War II.
Wow.
And so he was on Iwo Jima with his dog. And they have a Quantico, they have a statue to all the war dogs. And his name is on that statue, and so I got a little replica statue that he got from that. That's kind of cool.
That is cool. Wow. Were they German Shepherds?
Doberman.
Dobermans, okay. So what did they smell for drugs? What did they do?
My understanding is they sent them into the caves and things like that. Yeah.
Probably lost some dogs and casualties for sure on that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. He was on an early wave going into that island in particular. But yeah, they recorded his story somewhere. I can't remember when somebody recorded that about his time. So I'm sure there's stuff out there on that.
Well. Hey, you have any openings for the Thanksgiving dog washes still, or you're pretty booked?
Hey, we still do. So we'll work in. I'm kind of like one of those what's one more is what Gina always told me, and that's why I have 20 dogs,
That's
really.
Right.
And
he has 20 white golden, English cream white goldens, and if you give them cheese, they'll balance your checkbook. They're amazing animals. They're amazing animals, unbelievable. And you have 20 dogs. Yeah. How's the new homestead? Everything good?
Love it out here. You guys had nasty snowstorm the other day, and out here we just got a trade. So
really,
I feel like, it was kind of a interesting drive in with the blowing snow and everything. So I got to get used to that.
Wow. Dr. Todd, how can people connect with you guys? Is not Gina, Taylor on their phones here this morning?
Taylor's on it today. Yep, 217-355-5051.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
All right, see you guys.
Dr. Todd Likens at Madison, Kirby, and Champaign veterinarian. All right, going to take a break. We'll come back with more news and weather. Greg will jump back on telling you about 70 degrees for Illinois football, and you're looking at a little snow here on the ground. That's how quickly it can turn right now. So we'll take every single day. Originally, you are from
Ohio, Stevie J.
So what part?
So it's, I'd say the Ohio Valley around Cambridge, Ohio.
But again, you moved around because your dad was Marine.
Well, no, so he actually got out, Stevie J, and I was able to be in one location pretty much until end of college.
So what's the town in Ohio?
So it's called Quaker City, Ohio.
Okay, and that's up north?
No, that's actually...
Quaker City is by...
Yeah, it's where Wheeling, West Virginia is?
Yeah, way up there.
Yeah, so we're about 40 minutes from Wheeling, West Virginia.
So you're way on
Ohio.
the east side.
Yes, we're way on the east side.
My mom grew up in Akron.
Oh, so where 70 and 77 meet? Straight? That's kind of...
Quaker
Guernsey
City.
County. That's right around that area, Stevie J.
Didn't they make Quaker Oats in Ohio? I don't know.
I mean, so I had a bunch
Probably made it right in your town. Quaker.
Well, the hard part is my last name's Miller. Quaker City, Amish.
Yeah, there's a lot of Millers.
Yeah, there's a lot of Millers, a lot of Amish. I'm not Amish. I'm not Mennonite, but I got confused all the time growing up.
You would not be easy to find.
No, not easy to find. A very common name.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
You betcha. All right, some more with our Lieutenant Colonel and head of ROTC at the U of I on this Veterans Day. No post office, no banks. If you want to try and sit close, I'm looking for a veteran connection for the two fantastic seats to the ball game tonight with Texas Tech. Brad Underwood's team in action tonight against Texas Tech, and we want you to go. But if you're interested, you have to text in Sarah. The name of the dealership is Sarah Champagne. Spell it properly, and then we're going to pick somebody to sit nice and close for tonight's basketball game at the State Farm Center. All right, 217-359-2255. That's the Fisher National Bank text line. And if you are interested in sitting close and you have a connection to the military, we are interested in you. Text in now. We're going to break for the news and come right back at 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
The government shutdown is close to ending. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
And I'm relieved. But the people now that are going to get paid and fed and millions of Americans, they're going to be flying now. That's going to be made more safe and restored.
Senator John Fetterman on Fox the morning after he joined 6 other Democrats and an independent, breaking ranks with the party, voting with Republicans to approve funding through January 30th. The House plans to vote on that tomorrow. Would also fund SNAP food assistance through September. GOP Congressman Byron Donalds tells Fox,
"It is a travesty that Democrats took us this far down the road, but now we're going to reopen the government. We're going to get back to business."
Many Democrats are angry, calling for the Senate's minority leader, Chuck Schumer, to step down, though he wasn't among the 8 who sided with the Republicans. The Senate does plan a vote next month on what Democrats have demanded, extending Obamacare tax credits set to expire at the end of the year. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffrey says millions of Americans will be affected.
In some cases, their health insurance premiums will increase by $1,000 or $2,000 per year. That is unacceptable.
Well, until the shutdown's over, air traffic controllers keep working without pay. Some have called out sick, taking second jobs, leading to a lot of flight cancellations and delays, nearly 2,000 more today. President Trump's critical of those controllers and praising the others.
I want to reward the people that showed up without a lot of nonsense, without a lot of talk. They did their job, and in many cases, they worked longer hours to get us through this period.
Telling Fox he's wanted to give them a $10,000 bonus. It is Veterans Day, and as Americans thank those who've served our country, there is also this.
A coalition of retired military nurses and others are working to get World War II nurses awarded for their service. The campaign to honor them with the Congressional Gold Medal, the nation's highest civilian honor, comes 80 years after the war ended. A bipartisan group of lawmakers have joined the cause, which faces long odds. It needs 2/3 of each chamber.
That's Fox's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapor Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapor Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Well, back to President Trump and his conversation with Fox's Laura Ingraham. He again warned about a ruling against him in the legal challenge to his authority to impose tariffs.
It's trillions and trillions of dollars would have to be paid back.
If the Supreme Court rules against the tariffs.
It would be a disaster for our country. Now, will I do something? I'll figure something out, because I do. That's what I do in life. I figure things out.
Now, if the tariffs are upheld, the president's proposing giving low and middle income Americans a $2,000 payment in what he calls a tariff dividend. Speaking of the Supreme Court, the president is taking another case there, but this one's personal.
Last year, a federal appeals court affirmed a jury's verdict and $5 million judgment against then former President Donald Trump for sexually abusing and defaming magazine columnist E. Jean Carroll. The court ruling the trial judge did not make errors that would warrant a new trial. President Trump was repeatedly denied the allegations, asking the Supreme Court to review the case. His lawyers have claimed the judge in the civil trial made mistakes, including allowing the jury to hear testimony from 2 other accusers. Carroll had sued alleging he sexually assaulted her in a New York store in the mid-1990s and defamed her in 2019 by denying the assault, saying she wasn't his type, and alleging she made up the claims to boost sales of a book. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Republicans have lost a court case over redistricting in another state after Texas took action to help the GOP gain more seats in the next Congress. And move California is countering to help Democrats.
A district court judge in Utah rejects a new congressional map approved by the Republican-controlled state legislature, choosing another drawn by plaintiffs in a lawsuit over the map. That one gives Democrats a better chance to flip one of Utah's 4 House seats, currently all held by Republicans. Judge Diana Gibson in August blocked the first map drawn by the legislature because it went against a voter-approved law requiring an independent redistricting process. Chris Foster, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed ahead of today's trading. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A dream has come true for one Rantoul family after their son Ezra got his Make-A-Wish granted last week. 2-year-old Ezra has a rare disease that has no cure, impacting his brain and spinal cord. But Ezra has a smile that could light up any room. Because of Make-A-Wish, he now has a new 4-legged best friend, a new puppy. Illinois' 2 U.S. senators split on a proposal to reopen the government. Senate voting to pass a measure that includes a stopgap to fund the rest of the government through January 30th. In a post on X, Senator Dick Durbin says the bill isn't perfect, but it takes important steps to reduce the shutdowns hurt. Senator Tammy Duckworth announced on social media she won't vote to help the Trump administration. Illinois Department of Public Health reminding the public about the hazards of consuming raw milk. Milk not pasteurized makes it more likely to be a source of foodborne illness. The reminder comes after at least 11 people in the state recently sickened by raw milk products. Get locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Brett Bielema, our head football coach, will be calling in on this Veterans Day. Looking forward to chatting with the coach. And you just saw Coach yesterday, I guess, Lieutenant Colonel. The calling age, you guys are good. It's going to be a big appreciation day for our military on Saturday's football game at 2:30. So, yeah, and you got the whole weather thing wrapped up for us. We really appreciate 70 degrees. After what we've
70 degrees, nice comfortable breeze, some sunshine, and enjoy it while you may. I know it will change back at some point, but mild weather here to stay till probably just around the Thanksgiving holiday, or maybe a little bit beyond that. So we're okay. We get some additional moisture, we get some snow melt and all that. Looking good.
Hey man, after Thanksgiving, it's December. I mean, it's late Thanksgiving this year.
Yes.
Anyway, Lieutenant Colonel Zach Miller's in our studio. If the Army ever needs a great meteorologist, this is your man right here. This is your guy.
There's also the Air Force, but not to slight anybody here. So
we're talking. This is a ROTC man. We're talking Army right now. So you could be the exclusive meteorologist for the Army. We could work out a deal.
I'm sure. Well, I'm sure they do have some of those folks on staff.
Well, they need you. I'm just saying they need you know the weather, man.
Stevie J, my favorite person in the Air Force is always the SWO, which is exactly what we're talking about right now. The meteorologist.
You got to know the weather.
You call him the SWO. I don't know why. It's just called the SWO.
I've never heard of that.
They wear a little patch. Oh yeah. SWO.
What's that stand for?
I have no clue.
Okay,
but you love them.
Chat's my good friend. I can
ChatGPT.
I got that. I can ask that.
But we absolutely love our Air Force and our joint partners, and that's what's so great about the University of Illinois too, Stevie J. Is we have all services here. Not every university in the world or in the nation has all tri-services. So we have Navy, Marines, Air Force, Space Force, and Army.
Okay, I'm going to find out what SWO means now. Thank you.
Staff Weather Leader. How's that?
You look faster than me. Staff Weather Leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's SWO. I don't know if that's right. But
I didn't Google that either. So
well, okay, we'll go with it. All right, 8:08. Our meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by Busey for over 157 years, member FDIC, and by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there. All right, meteorologist Greg Solier, what say you, sir?
Well, better days ahead temperature-wise, but a couple of days worth of wind-blown environs to get some of that plain states and downslope flow off the Rockies to come our way. And, of course, we'll put a fair amount of the sun's energy and that warmth into melting this highly variable snow cover, which has some moisture in it as well, obviously. And so without any frost or freeze of the grounds, we'll get a little absorption. So kind of acting like a rain, just in different form. In any event, the early morning snow flurry activity continues to make its way into western Indiana, and a day's worth of brighter skies later on this afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 20s now, up to about 43 this afternoon. afternoon, but offset by that southwest to south wind 15 to 25, gust 30 to 35. So temperatures up, but wind chill still down a bit. 33 tonight, a better feel tomorrow despite the wind out of the west. It'll be gusty, but sunshine in 53 on target for this point in November. Down into the upper 20s tomorrow night. Sunshine, a much lighter day's worth of wind for the day Thursday at 57. Here comes that big warm up for the weekend at 65 on Friday. Football Saturday, 71. May want to get the holiday decorations out now. Don't have to fire them up, but they'll be ready to go whenever that cold and snowy weather returns. But not Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's rain back in the forecast. 60s and dropping on Sunday, that is. Monday and Tuesday, still a threat for some rainfall. High temperatures seasonal into the lower 50s. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Ladies and gentlemen, the head football coach at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, he is Brett Bielema. Coach, how are you?
Good, DJ. How are you, man?
I'm great, man. It's military.
I heard you're without your sidekick.
Yeah, she's in the Caribbean. Could you pick another better time? What the heck, man? What the heck?
That's very well timed. I'm putting her in charge of timeouts when she's back. That's very good timing.
She'll like that. She'll really look forward to calling timeouts. Lieutenant Colonel Zach Miller, you saw him yesterday at the Colonnades. He's in charge of the ROTC here. Brett, why are you passionate about the military?
A couple things. I had a couple uncles that served. That back in the day, I remember being a young kid, and when I go to Grandma and Grandpa's house back then, they did kind of a for lack of a better word, like a kind of like a yearbook of their experience in the military. So it was pretty cool to watch my two uncles through their experiences, and then as I've kind of just evolved, really recruiting a lot of players that their parents have been involved in service, the stories they've shared, obviously, and then one of the biggest things, obviously, you're going to talk to them and visit every day. I come into work somewhere usually around that 5:15, 5:30 window if I'm coming from home, and there are I don't know if it's 50 or 100, usually ROTC people crossing the street. Sometimes they're carrying bags of things. They've got logs across their back, and I mean, they're doing it in every weather of every day, no matter what, and it's just awesome to watch.
Logs on their back? Is that Zach? Does he know anything about logs?
Yeah, so we do. So and especially like the Marines and Navy do it as well, right? And it's that realistic training. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Stevie J, like we got to be able to deploy, win, and kill the enemy, right? So like that's the mindset that we go with in physical training every day.
I don't know if America would be free without the soldier, Coach. I mean, they're just a huge part of this thing.
It's absolutely awesome, the dedication that they give to give us the opportunity to live our lives the way we do. It just means a lot. We're going to have over 2,000, actually maybe even more than that, because of the initiative that we have here with the university. Jen and I kind of put our financial purposes behind it, but it's going to give, a lot of families a chance to take in the game this weekend. The good news is it feels like 24 out there today, but it's supposed to be 74 on Saturday.
So how about that?
Should have a lot better weather for the game.
How about that? Hey, the game coming up. Tell me about your off weeks. I imagine that is just absolutely mentally as well as physically what the team needs at this point.
It was awesome, very well timed. We actually got a lot of good work with our Devo guys, so guys that are redshirting, but then on Tuesday and Thursday especially, what I do is I have my ones kind of take not just time off. They get work with and kind of recover, but our twos become our ones and our threes become our twos, and we just get a lot of really good work with guys that we know are either coming up, and then at the end of the year here we have a lot of kids that get called into action that we don't even know are going to get called into action, and it's really good practice opportunities for them. For me, I was all over the country on Sunday night. I flew basically to one state. I was in 3 different states on Monday, saw 4 different prospects, and then returned Tuesday morning. And then Thursday I flew to Mississippi, and then that night flew to Pensacola. And then the next morning I was in Pensacola, and then I was in New Orleans for about 2 or 3 hours. And then we flew to the East Coast, and I watched a football game in New York on Friday night. So it's kind of a weird time, but it's a good time. What
is the difference between the reception of Brett Bielema from Illinois 5 years ago versus now?
Well, they actually know who we are now. And I get decked out got the orange and blue. I usually wear some of my kicks that I wear in a game, so it's kind of funny. It was interesting. Found an interesting loophole in the rule where I could actually go watch some Ivy League games. Some of the Ivy League kids that are done with their eligibility, they can only play 4 years in the Ivy, so they have another year of eligibility. So I was standing there at a game on Friday night, and a guy from ESPN came up to me, and he goes, "Coach, great to see you." He goes, "What are you doing here?" Right? Because it's never been done before. So we were able to watch some Ivy League games in person and potentially some players down the road.
That is awesome. All right, so this has gone well. We got Maryland coming up. Obviously, they've got some weapons now. Don't sleep on Maryland, right? I mean, they've got some offensive guys that are pretty good.
Yeah, they got a true freshman quarterback who was absolutely lighting it up. He's only been sacked a handful of times. Very, very productive. He's a big guy that can run. Second play of the scrimmage last week against Rutgers, he took it over 50 yards on a quarterback run game to the house. So defensively, you go back to the Indiana game, and their first possession, Indiana's offense, they picked them off and took it down to the 8-yard line and put themselves in a great position. So it's really a very opportunistic team. Obviously, they're a 4-5 team. They won their first 4. They've drafted the last 5. But, Mike Loxley, their head coach, very good friend, spent a lot of time here in Champaign. He'll have them rolling. It's going to be a tremendous opportunity for our guys.
Yeah, and again, we'd love another sellout. 4 in a row is remarkable. Let's get 5. I mean, it's still time to get in there and get your tickets. 2:30 for the Saturday kickoff. And again, this is an amazing thing. I've been watching this all of my life. And I, for whatever reason, Illinois has just never been able to really go 2 bowls in a row. And now we have a chance to go 3 next year. And, we all wanted what we wanted this year, I guess, but I was just kind of saying, let's just get the 6 and see what we do from there, because this thing's a process. I don't know, and you don't stop to think about it, and you probably don't like me talking about stuff like this, but what you're doing here is amazing. It really, really is. You've changed my thought to, let's get to 6 to now let's get more. But it takes time to evolve into that, and I think you've done it.
Well, it's, one of the things I remember hearing as a young coach, I worked for Hayden Fry at the University of Iowa, and at that point they were going to bowl games every year. And I remember we got bowl eligible in October, and he made a comment to the staff. He said, anytime you're bowl eligible in October with 3 or 4 to go, it's a good thing. Yeah. So we missed it by 1 day. We got bowl eligible on November 1st. But, I'm very excited. We, just got through the bye week. We got a tremendous opportunity with Maryland. And then kind of the same as last year. We had a bye week with 3 on the back end. Fortunately, won all 3 and got to 9 games and 10 with a bowl. But I did tell our guys last year we had 2 road and 1 home. This year we got 2 home and 1 road. So we got this week, then next week on the road at Wisco, then come back and end up at home against Northwestern. It's a tremendous opportunity. It
really is. And we've never, ever done 9 wins 2 years in a row in this program. And by the way, and I'll let you go, and I'm sorry because you'll be uncomfortable, but we've been playing football at Illinois 12 years before Kitty Hawk and 20 years before the Titanic sank. Coach, you got the second best winning percentage to Robert Zupke. Do you know that? The second best. For a coach that has coached at least 5 years, give a good sample. Yeah. So what you've done here, I know it's not what you want yet, but dang, for us townies, this is amazing.
Stevie, I'll tell you what.
You know what? I would ask everybody. So I just retweeted to Stevie J. There was a piece from the Big Ten Network today on Hank Beatty, and it's about we talk a lot about CIP, which is Central Illinois players.
Yeah.
And it's a feature about 6-7 minutes on Hank. His mom and dad are both alums of Illinois, and I talked about it in my opening presser how I thought Illinois, the success of our program overall is going to be built on the backs of our Illinois players. And you look at Caden Fagan, you look at Aiden Lawford, you look at Hank Beatty, you look at Matt Bailey, you look at Mac Resetich, you look at the Kreutz brothers, all the players from the Chicagoland area. Have about 40 to 50 players from Illinois that really have been the backbone of our success. And to be honest, when I go to Florida, when I go to Texas, when I go to California, when I go to Arizona, I look for Illinois-type players. They might be from those areas, but I look for kids that are tough, smart, dependable, guys that have been, raised in environments that we can be proud of both on and off the field. It's just a really cool part to be a part of right now.
Well, after Indiana, I said, we're going to come back and play great because this is a team of character. I guess I was right. There's no question you have character kids. And Hank Beatty, by the way, looks like he's 12. It's unbelievable how good he is. He's unbelievable. He's a fantastic football player. And by the way, I'm so happy for my friend Ben Miller. Good news, he's going to do a little more for you. What a great man and a great coach.
Yeah, I'm another military guy. He's an Air Force guy through and through. Went to the academy, and it's just what he brings to our building every day. An incredible coach, mentor for me. He's actually getting more involved with our personnel. He'll be really involved with a revenue share, but he's a father to 3 beautiful kids that are absolutely awesome kids in our community. And his wife, Megan, teaches in the school where my kids go. Just everything that you can imagine and create is great with him. So it's fun to see him be healthy and get to where he needs to be.
No, I'm very thankful. He's a really, really good man, and you have treated him like gold. It has been, people don't know this, how well you've treated a guy who fought cancer, and he's winning it, and it's just terrific to hear. Listen, thank you for what you do for the military and the way you honor him, Coach, and thank you for being at the University of Illinois. I got you passing Robert Zuthke in total wins when you're 68, so hang in there. I need you. Come on, man.
That's great. That's 13 years. My daughters will be in high school, so that's perfect timing.
You got it. Hey, listen, thanks for being on, and keep up your great work.
All right, gentlemen.
There you go. Brett Bielema, ILL-INI. Always finishes interviews with ILL. And I say INI. Good to have Brett Bielema on ESPN 93.5. We'll be right back. It is 8:20, time for your Fox Business Minute on ESPN 93.5.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Technology shares are under pressure following yesterday's rally, even though there's progress toward ending the government shutdown. The Wall Street Journal says China plans to ease the flow of rare earth minerals to the U.S. with a system that will exclude companies with ties to the U.S. military. NVIDIA shares are down nearly 2%. Investment firm SoftBank has sold its $5.8 billion stake in NVIDIA, though the sale is to fund a bigger investment in OpenAI, the maker of ChatGPT. The National Federation of Independent Business says small business optimism slipped last month, though it is still above the long-term average. Stock markets are open on Veterans Day, but the bond market is closed today. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. Join me every Tuesday as we cover the full range of topics that are on your mind and speak with some brilliant, talented, thoughtful women and men who have excelled in their respective fields and careers. Plus, every Thursday is your turn. You get to be the lawyer, and you get to ask the questions about whatever is foremost on your mind.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Well, I tell you what, though, A&R has been such an amazing, impactful company. Your grandfather, your dad, you've all gone through stuff. And your secret is what, John?
Well, I mean, you have to trust that you're doing the right thing, first of all. And you got to surround yourself with good people. And I think over the years, we've had some really good people that have been part of A&R. And, you know, we owe a lot of our success, if not all of it, to those people.
Neil, you could say A&R has built a great part of Champaign-Urbana. It's about people. Can you explain the culture, why people would want to work at A&R?
We've had several families where we've gone even 3 generations. And these guys are long-term employees. They want to stay with us. And it's rewarding to know that they want to be with us. We have their backs. They have our backs. And that's a unique perspective, I think, from anybody this day and age.
I'm positive because you're such a solid company. A&R Mechanical, a thriving leader 100 years later. Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Okay, we have a few more minutes, I guess, unless you want to hang. It's Lieutenant Colonel, head of ROTC, Zachary Miller. Good to have him in our studio. Now, what's happening at the football game? It's a kickoff at 2:30. We're going to see a lot of things military-wise, aren't we?
Stevie J, I'm just so happy it's a 2:30 kickoff.
Yeah.
These 11 a.m.
No, too early.
They're great, but, you know, I guess you get done early. But for us, I mean, that's 4 hours, 6 hours prior to the game that we have to get stuff established,
That's a
right?
lot. Yeah, you're up early. You're getting up at dark.
We're getting up at dark. Well, so, you know, so let's talk about this Saturday. So we're going to start off at 07 a.m. We're going to meet at Hessel Park, and we're actually, so we have over 100 cadets.
Wow.
Air Force, Navy, midshipmen.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, I have 195. So
wow.
we're probably going to have around 120. and we're going to get up and join Josh Whitman and Larry Geese.
We're going to run?
We're going to run.
Can anybody keep up with Josh Whitman running?
So
He's
listen,
pretty. You can.
No. So I would like to say that, right?
He doesn't run faster than 7-minute mile, does he?
It's his determination. That's why Josh is successful. So we did a memorial stair climb for 9/11, right? So and Josh rucked with us.
Put the backpack on.
With the backpack.
How heavy is that? 60?
Well, no. So it was supposed to be 35. I put 50 pounds in Josh's backpack. I didn't tell him about it because I didn't want him like on my heels the whole time, right? Well, guess what, Stevie J? He was on my heels. Then he made me do an extra lap. I couldn't walk for 3 days after, And Josh was like, "Oh, Zach, I went and did an 8-mile run." I was like, "Josh, like,
you gotta be kidding."
He's an animal, in the nicest way, right? Like when we say animal, like that determination. That is why the athletic department is so successful, right? Is when you have someone like Josh that has that drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it did not slow him down. So I did ask that he slow it down a little bit, not for me.
Yeah,
right?
of course not.
Maybe for a little bit for me.
Yeah.
But I think he promised me a 9-minute pace, maybe a 9:30.
That's doable.
That's doable, right? We can do that. The cadets can do that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start, do a little 4-mile run with him. Then we're gonna come back in at 10 a.m. right? Because we got some stuff that we need to rehearse. One is the rappelling off Memorial Stadium.
How's that gonna work?
Yes,
I think Diane Ducey, her son-in-law, I think is going to be part of that. Seth Wettig. I think he's going to be one of the guys rappelling. I thought.
He might be.
Yeah.
So we have right now. So we did 1 last year. We're going to do 3 this year, right? So we're going to do a little bit of rehearsal on the rappelling, right? From Geese, like out on the outside in the Grange Grove, right. We're also going to rehearse the big American flag. So the athletic department got a huge, like the size of the football field.
The whole field, right?
Yeah,
I've seen it, like Super Bowl stuff.
Yeah, we need 350 people out there to hold that. Yeah. 350. Well, and what's so great is
they hold it tight too, don't you?
Hold it tight. And Stevie J, just the outreach and alumni that we have in this area, we had 450 sign up immediately. Right, so now we're telling people like, oh, hey,
we got enough.
We got enough.
That's awesome.
So we're going to rehearse that. Then my favorite thing, I think, the Gold Star family is my number one experience of my life. The second one is I'm actually going to re-enlist future soldiers.
Are you really? Because they do this.
We're going to do the oath. Yeah,
I love that.
I think we have over 95 future soldiers.
That's awesome.
So I'm gonna give the oath. We're going to rehearse it. I'm going to give the oath during the first quarter, first TV timeout, in front of 6,000 to 8,000 people.
Wow.
And what an honor that is. One is to see soldiers.
Yeah.
I mean, and Stevie J, these guys are literally, these guys and girls are going to be shipping out the basic training. Could be next week. Could be in 2 weeks, right? And they're going to go serve their nation. So that's one of the biggest things. And I'm actually going to sign all the certificates, which is great. We're also going to align the Illini walk with soldiers, right?
Awesome.
So the football team and Coach B.
So cool.
So
this is really going to be a real, if you go there at about 12:30 or noon, maybe 11:30, you're going to see everything. But the walk is 2 hours before or something.
Yeah, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes prior. Okay. So if you want to see the rappelling,
12:30, noon. Get there at least by noon.
Yeah, if you want to see the rappelling, right? So we're going to rappel down as soon as they're coming, like halfway up the Illini walk. You have an Air Force 2 Army going to rappel down.
That's so cool,
right? Yeah, it's unbelievable.
We doing flyover in this thing?
So not right now.
Okay, because we've had a number of them, so we know what that is.
Yeah, we did. Just with
can't imagine what it takes to coordinate all that.
Yeah, well, like the Golden Knights, we had the Golden Knights jump in. Yeah, so I coordinated that and paid for it from the Army perspective. We paid for it.
Okay.
What a great experience. The athletic department was full on, the football team, their staff.
Yeah.
They allowed it to make it happen. Then my close friend Barry Hauser.
Yeah.
With the marching Illini, he
had
was
it synced
up, right? And
how did they fly over at the right moment? That's not easy to do.
It's not. So it's all about that coordination and timing, Stevie J, right?
So how fast are they going?
So for them, probably about 100-something miles per hour.
As slow as you can.
Yeah, but they're 20,000 feet up.
Oh, way high.
Yeah. So and when you normally get a flyover too, I normally go to the top of the stadium and I stand up there with the radio.
Yeah.
And I'm coordinating with the chopper to come in, right?
That's crazy.
And we're trying to time it absolutely perfect. So there's a lot of stuff that goes in, with all the planning and coordination. And it might only last for 5 seconds, right?
But it's impactful.
But all that, it's impactful.
You remember that.
Yeah.
You remember all that.
So, but when the game kicks off, so we'll do the Illini walk, game will kick off, we'll have the big American flag out there. We'll do the oath on the field, first quarter, first TV timeout. Then the third quarter, first TV timeout, we're going to do the T-shirts. right? So I don't know if you've seen the new T-shirt cannon.
Oh, yeah. The cannon.
I pull it with my golf cart, right? Like the Army Arch.
Okay, yeah.
Well, and we just purchased a cannon for the athletic department. So the new double barrel cannon, we actually purchased that for them.
Wow.
Right. And the goal is to bring revenue back into the organization for us. But we did that because they needed one. But we're going to have probably 8 or 9 locations now where we're going to be launching T-shirts out in the stands. So we're going to hit the student section.
How high do they go? How high can you get that?
The cannon goes, it's pretty high.
It can go upper deck on the east side? No way.
Well, I don't know how far. Actually, we need to try it out, Stevie. You should come up there, and we're going to test it out. We'll put those, O2 sensors. We'll shoot
that's
up
so
there.
Fun.
But it's a lot of.
Make noise when it shoots a T-shirt.
Boof. It does. It boof. Well, and have you seen the new cannons too that we got, right?
I don't know if I have.
Yeah. So when I first got here, Stevie J, something we were missing. Every Big Ten has a salute cannon. So I went and got 2 salute cannons for us. So we have 2, and they're the largest salute cannons in the nation. There's nothing bigger than what we have at the University of Illinois. And I mean, at first, not a lot of people liked it because I didn't warn them about it. Not my fault, I don't think.
The boom, was it loud? That's the new one.
That's the new one.
Because that just shakes us out of our seats. I have noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, it's loud. But it's just what a great tradition that we're trying to bring back here.
I love it. And when does it go off? What's the timing?
So it's touchdown, extra point,
and then boom,
then the Navy bell, right? So we're all joined up and synced together.
Do you want to stay or you got to go?
Well, Steve J, I do have to probably get out of here.
You're a lieutenant colonel. You got stuff, so that's fine. I really appreciate you coming.
Steve J, it was great being down here.
Come back sometime.
Maybe I need to make a trip to the Caribbean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's right. Zach, I appreciate it. Lieutenant Colonel Zach Miller, going to be a general someday. Easy. Stand by. We'll be right back.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. The Senate seals the deal, funding the government, with 8 Democratic caucus members bucking the party to reopen. Senator John Fetterman tells Fox.
It wasn't worth the kinds of chaos and trauma for our nation, because I do believe that there is a sincere conversation to be had to discuss those tax credits.
The House votes Wednesday before the government can reopen, with a December Senate vote on Obamacare subsidies. But with workers still unpaid, mandated flight cuts jumped to 6% today. 1,200 flights canceled so far. New York Governor Kathy Hochul puts the brakes on a top campaign promise of socialist mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani: free city buses, saying no, the transit system relies on fares. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy posting nothing in life is free. Remember this next time you support a socialist. America's listening to Fox News.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Kenono Luga, linebacker and special teamer.
At Good Vibes, our special teams are the installation guys. They use power tools and they know stuff.
In football, special teams are game changers because wild stuff happens on kickoff and punt returns. We shed blocks, create turnovers, and make clean tackles, all at full speed.
Well, our guys mount TVs, cut in ceiling speakers, and configure complex wiring, but never at full speed. Our specialists are efficient because they're experienced but deliberate, so everything looks and performs properly.
Okay, I get the special teams. Does Good Vibes have linebackers too?
Our phone support has your back. People call up, my TV's broke or whatever. 4 out of 5 times we can walk you through a problem and fix it over the phone free. You don't get that from Team Amazon.
Any more angles to this football metaphor?
Sure, Mike's the quarterback. He hands off the product, and I'm the coach. And I'm proud to say our team won first place in the People's Choice Contest for the 5th straight year.
Not exactly the Rose Bowl, but not shabby.
Yeah, ESPN 93.5. Let's check your weather. At Watts Copy System, they offer cost-efficient solutions for busy offices. If you want a free evaluation, you can call 217-352-0428. Here's our meteorologist, Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Weak frontal boundary warm front back to the west as the next weather system bears in from the west-northwest, generating a few spots of a little snow shower and flurry activity, but quickly moving out here through the early to mid-morning. Partly sunny afternoon, gusty southwest to south winds up to 43. That southwest wind may gust 25 to 35 miles per hour in open areas. Not as cold tonight, 33. Stiff southwest wind will turn to the west-northwest tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, however, in 53. That's more seasonal for the time of year. Down to 29 for tomorrow night, Thursday. Lighter wind, sunshine in 57. Big warm-up for Friday, Saturday, part of Sunday. 65 on Friday, a Saturday high, football game style at 71. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm breaking out on Sunday with a high to 64 and dropping. And some spells of wet weather continue into Monday and Tuesday. The vanguard to a wetter weather pattern as we move through the rest of the month and towards Thanksgiving. High temperatures early next week, still in the 50s. For CVTA Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
How about these Illini?
Fighting Illini family, this is Kenna Phelan from Illinois Volleyball. We're fighting for the Big Ten crown, and we need Huff Hull rocking with that home court energy as we play the second half of conference play.
Slide, block Illinois! Here's the match, Philpott, yes! That's an orange and blue victory!
Be early and be loud. Tickets are available at fightingillini.com. Our fans make the difference, and we can't wait to see you there. ILL.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champaign.
What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. Yeah, Ben Quattrone, managing partner, owner of Sarah Champagne, called earlier. I called him actually because he texted me, said, I have 2 really good seats for the game tonight against Texas Tech. So you got a top 10 team taking on our Illini with some missing parts. As you know, Thomas Lavicevic is not available. Halo, the point guard, he's not ready yet. Good news, though, Andrei Stojakovic is playing, and that's great news because he's going to be one of our top guys. So we'll see what we got. See what we got with our folks. I mean, Kylan Boswell is off to a great start. Ben Humrickhouse, and, of course, David. Wow. David Mihalik was, I think, player of the week in the Big Ten. Anyway, Brett Bielema was on earlier this hour talking about Appreciation Day and military and wonderful chat with head football coach the head basketball coach met the media yesterday.
Very, very good Texas Tech team coming in. Obviously, Grant does a terrific job. I think they're coming off a sensational season last year, and they've obviously done a nice job in the portal rebuilding. And then they've got two of the premier players in college basketball back in Anderson and Toppin. So, it's one of those games that I'm very, very excited for our fans. We try to make sure that we can play a very, very quality opponent here in our building every year. We'll return the game next year. You've got a top 10 team that is obviously vying for a Final Four appearance as we are. So should be a great battle. They've had some of the same issues we've had with some injuries and guys missing practice. We had Andre in practice. He survived the other night and was in a good spot. Tommy's obviously out. Brandon's still out. Mihailo is on his work back in, a couple days of partial work in practice. Obviously Ty. So our injury update is progressing, but again, it's still not where we're anywhere close to full strength. So that side of it, we'll just play with the guys we've got and know we've got to compete. And again, a team that is very, very good on both sides of the ball, worthy of their top 20 wherever, top 15 ranking, and top 10 whatever they're at, whatever poll you look at. So we're going to have to play well. It'll be a great, great challenge.
Yep, no question about it, but we kind of want to see where we are, right? And we have a tough fall. Have you seen the schedule? I mean, you got, a top 10 team here, and then you got some Alabama coming up. Then you got some Tennessee coming up. Then you got some UConn coming up. And, let's just go ahead and play Missouri again. That's 5 games that'll definitely see where we are. I think we'll be pretty good. We didn't get to see the Florida game, but understand that we were pretty dang good and had to lead late. So, that's the defending national champion. So, good stuff. All right, I'm Stevie J. Again, last call. If you want to text in to try and win these Primo seats from Sarah Champagne and Ben Quattrone in honor of Veterans Day today, November 11, we are going to honor somebody associated with a veteran. That's kind of what we're doing. 217-359-2255 if you want to jump on the Fisher National Bank text line and send us the word Sarah spelled properly, and you just might get these seats, okay? Last call, 217-359-2255. And from ABC Heating and Air Conditioning, we mentioned this earlier, they gave away a free furnace and an air conditioner to a veteran, and his name is Lyle Martin. Congratulations, Lyle. And the nomination that came in for Lyle was just outstanding from the standpoint of just who this guy is. This United States Navy veteran would literally give you the shirt off his back if he even thought you might possibly need it. He has always gone above and beyond for all of his family and friends while putting his own wants and needs on hold. Even as his ex-daughter-in-law, he still treats me like a daughter. He's an amazing man, and this gift would be appreciated beyond words. Thank you for your nomination. Thank you and congratulations to Lyle Martin of Urbana, who gets a free HVAC system courtesy of Mike and Gina Cribbett, the owners of ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. What a generous gift on this Veterans Day.
328-2424. Tatman's Towing. 24 hours every day. Tatman's Towing. 328-2424. Tatman's Towing. 328-2424. Tatman's Towing. 24 hours every day. 328-2424. We have pull and we're hooked on you. Tatman's Towing.
There's something special about Monaco's Pizza. Maybe it's the friendly faces that greet you like family, or the thin, crispy crust that's been a hometown favorite since 1959. Whether you're craving classic thin crust, hearty pan, gluten-free, or our one-of-a-kind point pizza, every bite feels like coming home. So grab your family, your friends, or just your appetite and make tonight a Monocle's night. Monocle's Pizza, people-pleasing people since 1959.
Ever wonder why you pay your bank to have a checking account? Fisher National Bank does too. You see, they offer free rewards cashback checking that gives you cash back on debit purchases, no service fees or balance requirements. Simply make 12 debit card purchases, receive electronic statements, and have one direct deposit in a monthly cycle. It's so simple. Reward yourself today with rewards cashback checking. Learn more at any branch or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Ashley's been around. Family owned, same family since when?
My family's been in it since 1872.
A tribute to the Ashley Home Store at 602 West Anthony Drive. You see that bench, and explain what that's all about.
So we just got out of the basement of our original store, my great-great-grandfather's workbench, where he was a cabinet maker by trade, came over from Germany in the 1800s, and of course he built his own workbench, and we just put it out on display in the Champaign locations. And our website is ashley.com.
Oh, and another football game last night. I don't know if you saw Monday Night Football. Yikes. What happened to the Green Bay Packers? Whew, not very good. Grinding it out. The Philadelphia Eagles beat them 10-7 up in Lambeau. I don't know. Are the Chicago Bears in first place? 6-3? Maybe tied with the Lions, maybe. Anyway, the Bears, you hear them every week on WQQB. That's 96.1 on your FM dial. We are the home of the Chicago Bears and Jeff Joniak, Tom Thayer, and they get pretty fired up. But the Bears are doing well, and I think the Bears go to Minnesota this week, and the Minnesota Vikings are struggling a little bit this year, so we'll see if the Chicago Bears can win on the road. Pretty cool, though. If the Bears can make the playoffs, I mean, that's a good step forward for the Chicago Bear franchise. Listen, they have a coach. His name is Ben Johnson. He's really good. I think the Bears have found their coach for maybe a very long time. The guy's really, really good, and he's really working well, I think, with Caleb Williams. And then again, tonight's game is 7:30. It's on FS1 if you don't go, but it's going to be one of those electric environments. And the Orange Crush will be all over it. It'll be very electric, and we play at home. Where are we? This is the number 10 team. We're ranked 17th. But early in the season, I saw Purdue play, and I don't know anything, but I don't know. They didn't look like a number 1 team to me. They look like a good basketball team, and this Braden Smith is ridiculous. But I don't know. Purdue lost some people. They do have a 7'4" kid, but he's not what they used to have. He's not. He's young. He's tall, but we have tall. What do we got? 7'2", 7'1"? What's Jax's? 6'11"? I mean, we're a long basketball team, and I think we could be pretty good. Did somebody tell me that David Merkovich is like projected already as first-round NBA pick 9? Really? He's 19. I'm telling you, NBA likes these teenagers. And David has shown to be quite the man at age 19. He is really pretty darn good. When you have a 6'9" guy can rebound, dribble it up the court, and dribble behind his back, and go in and score. Pretty impressive young kid. It's kind of fun every year. This whole NIL thing, kind of fun. You get a new batch of people. That's a lot of people do not like this, and I understand. We don't get to watch Kendall Gill grow into a man, that kind of thing, because you don't know these kids, and they come and go. But that's the new deal. That's the new all of sport. How about the 2 pitchers caught in a gambling scam and scandal with the Cleveland Indians? And I'm sorry, I did not know you could bet on a particular pitch in the 4th inning. You can actually go on your website, your app at Circus Sports. I think they would even do it. Bet 365, and you could say 4th inning, second batter, he'll pitch 2 balls in a row. And apparently those pitchers would be informed when they had to do that, and they'd pitch 2 bad pitches in a row. I can't even believe, I guess I can't be shocked because there are people that have addictions, and you say, well, they make a lot of money. Well, they do. In the big leagues, you do make a lot of money. But if you're addicted, I mean, whatever the addiction is, you're addicted. Doesn't make any sense, but you're addicted. So anyway, couple of eye rollers here. 8:48.
This week, it's the one sale pet lovers can't afford to miss. the Pets Pick Flooring event at Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. First, get a free labor credit on every carpet and floor. Get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet you buy. Get up to a $1,000 rebate on great pet-friendly carpets and floors from Shaw. Ask how you can get free accessories or area rugs from your furniture purchase. And buy it all with 2 years free financing. The Pets Pick Flooring event, going on now at Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Weak frontal boundary warm front back to the west as the next weather system bears in from the west-northwest, generating a few spots of a little snow shower and flurry activity, but quickly moving out here through the early to mid-morning. A partly sunny afternoon. Gusty southwest to south winds up to 43. That southwest wind may gust 25 to 35 miles per hour in open areas. Not as cold tonight, 33. Stiff southwest wind will turn to the west-northwest tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, however, in 53. That's more seasonal for the time of year. Down to 29 for tomorrow night, Thursday. Lighter wind, sunshine in 57. Big warm up for Friday, Saturday, part of Sunday. 65 on Friday, a Saturday high, football game style at 71. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm breaking out on Sunday with a high to 64 and dropping. And some spells of wet weather continue into Monday and Tuesday. The vanguard to a wetter weather pattern as we move through the rest of the month and towards Thanksgiving. High temperatures early next week, still in the 50s. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Well, I know Crown Royal's doing a big deal at Pia's this afternoon. You're going to come by. Broadcasting live, Evan Stone, Curtis Allen, Diane's in the Caribbean, so I'm on roadie detail, so I'll be out there for a bit as well. And then the broadcast back to the studio with the great Rob Stone as a producer. So we'll be out there 3 to 5 today at Pia's. And don't forget, Pia's does take you to the basketball game. If you got tickets to the game, then you could jump aboard if you can get a ticket. Because, again, the sellouts are pretty hard, and it's a sellout with Texas Tech. So if you are at Pia's, maybe ask for a ticket to jump on the shuttle bus. And it's door to door. And then they leave like really fast after the game, so you better get back on or you'll be getting Uber back to Pia's. That's kind of how that works. So I'll be looking forward to seeing Eric Meyer live today from Pia's in honor of Veterans Day. Remember, no banks, no post office. Well, that is taking the day off in honor of our veterans. So if you know somebody, make a call. Always good to say thank you to the people that serve and provide the freedom that we enjoy. There's no doubt. Okay, back tomorrow. Looking forward to Brother Johnny and maybe Ed Martin, the Assistant Deputy Attorney General of the United States, the pardon attorney. Hopefully he joins us. He joins us as much as he can, but with his schedule, it's changed a lot for him and been great to get some insight as to how all that works. Appreciate Lieutenant Colonel Zach Miller coming in and spending some time with us with the ROTC, head of the ROTC at the University of Illinois and Eastern Illinois. Really, really impressive young guy, and he's a lieutenant colonel at age 39. All right, meet you tomorrow. Thank you for listening. I'm Stevie J. Have a great Tuesday, and happy Veterans Day. For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheese, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
This week, it's the one sale pet lovers can't afford to miss. The Pets Pick Flooring event at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery. First, get a free labor credit on every carpet and floor. Get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet you buy. Get up to a $1,000 rebate on great pet-friendly carpets and floors from Shaw. Ask how you can get free accessories or area rugs from your furniture purchase. And buy it all with 2 years free financing. The Pets Pick Flooring event, going on now at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
Hey, it's Jeremy with Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Fall is here, and that means it's time to make sure your furnace is ready before the cold sets in. With our Land's Comfort Family Plan, we'll visit twice a year to keep your HVAC and plumbing systems in top shape. You'll have peace of mind of knowing your home is ready for the season ahead. Call Land's today at 217-355-5512 and ask about joining our comfort family. Visit us anytime at landsinc.com, and remember, it's hard to stop a train.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2, we're gonna get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow, it's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign, Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.